Hey, what's up, guys? Just doing another review. Now, there's actually something, uh, incredible about this girl. One of the daughters, the daughter who has the passed down secret of this mother. She, uh, she has this sense, and I don't know where she got it from. When she touches people, it's like she can see what's gonna happen next, you know? Basically, one of the daughters, right? She goes into the house, one of her clients' house, and she manages to have an encounter with this entity, this being, and the simplest things she can make a face out of. She can look at the ceiling of of she'll look up at the ceiling and see the wooden frame, and she'll see a face in it. And that's trying to imply, this part of the show is trying to imply that she's making contact. She goes back up the stairs and she shakes hands with one of the characters, and she gets this energy from him. She gets this sense. She sees what's going on. And when she looks at the person, they can even tell that something's going on, something's not right. What does she know? What does she see? Alright, again, guys, you know, this is a great show. I'm watching it right now, and, The Haunting of the Hill House is definitely a show you want to watch. In my opinion, it is a show that you can watch half asleep. It is a show that you can watch wide awake. But it is one of those shows you definitely want more. And it's one of those shows that I really, really like because it's something that can be controlled. It's not one of those shows that you have to binge all at once. You can put it down as far as I know right now. Alright? As far as I know right now, I can put it down. I can walk away from it. It's not a huge deal for me. Right now, I'm currently on episode 3. There's only one season. I'm on episode 3. And I'm telling you, this one girl the one daughter of the mother who died in this house, seems to have the same senses that her mother had. And the grandmother also had this. So this is something that's being passed down Um, and it's kind of interesting that in the third episode, I'm picking up bit by bit by bit, and I just have a feeling that by the time I get to the last episode of this season, I will feel like I figured something out, and in reality, I've figured nothing out. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and this is what I like about shows like this. It's not blunt, and it's definitely not straightforward. It's back and forth from childhood to adulthood, and you're just trying to pick up the pieces along the way. It's a really great show for what it is. I like the fact that it's not too, it's not too, it's not Walking Dead kind of stuff, right? It's not trying to, hijack or piggyback off of any show like that. Uh, it's not too, what do you call it? It's not too exorcist. It doesn't have that exorcism type of vibe to it, which is really cool. Cause I'm not really a big fan of shows like that. It's just not my cup of tea, to be honest. So this is a really cool laid back show. Definitely advise you check it out. I'm trying to make consistent reviews here that'll let you know what's going on, bit by bit by bit. Again, I'm telling you a whole bunch of stuff, but in the end, you don't even know where it's begun and where it's gonna end. My money right now, on the person who's gonna make this show is the daughter who has, carried on this tradition of being able to see what's going to happen to the person as soon as she makes physical contact with them. It's really fucking interesting because it's got this, when she makes contact with a person, it's almost like she sees their final destination. It reminds me of Final Destination. I still am a real big fan of those type of movies. And as soon as she makes physical contact with anybody, touching their hand, giving them a hug, she sees and she knows exactly what's going on. I'm not, again, when you start watching these episodes and when you get more familiar with the show, like I'm trying to do right now, when I give you this information, I guarantee when you give me feedback on this stuff, you're gonna realize, hey, this guy gave me bits and pieces. The show's only giving him bits and pieces, and he's trying to word it in a way where it wants to keep me engaged. And it would be super awesome if you decide to watch these reviews before you even watch the show. Just so you get a different perspective. Because I'm trying to do this differently on my channel. I'm trying to do it in a way where I can stay consistent with the season, with the episodes within the season. And I want to make it so that we're not just watching reviews on good movies, good TV shows, bad movies, bad TV shows, or good movies, good movies and good TV shows, and TV shows and movies that have amazing trailers and get a shitty review. Why even make a review? But this one's in the middle. it's in the sweet spot. I'm just giving you my opinion, and I really think it's a kick-ass show. It is something that is truly different, and that's why it's kind of like hats off to you know Netflix for coming in there and trying to give the 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 right type of shows at the right time. It's just something you gotta look for. Because you watch a TV show like you watch a show like a Netflix original like The Killing, and then you try and find something like that, and you're like, hey, wait a minute, you know what? There are no more shows like that. That was a show that was a piece of it was a craft on its own. And from what I'm seeing in this show, this is going to be a craft of its own as well. A lot of people who put this stuff together, um, everything is just it's put together pretty well. And the thing that I like about it, it's just such a chill show. You don't have to, you can watch this movie, shit's not jumping out at you all the time. You get a couple of frights and stuff like that. Like you're watching it and you get some shit that just jumps out at you. You're like, I wasn't expecting that. But at the same time, you're like, you know what? That was necessary. That was needed. You weren't falling asleep. You weren't, you know what I mean? You weren't losing concentration, but you were like, you know what? They had to put that in there. That's that's why I tuned in the first place, because of shit like this. So that was necessary. It had to be there. But yeah, guys, definitely stay tuned in. Uh, I'm gonna, with your feedback, I'm gonna keep on coming out with more stuff like this, more down to earth reviews. Keep checking me out, and until next time.